Welcome to Go Gettas Podcast. Podcast we haven't got to decide yet. Anyway, I am Colby.
And I'm the Taco Bandito. But you can call me Fee.
Sorry, is this like trademarked? Is this copywritten?
You know, it's trademarked as of right now. This second.
As of this second. Wow, we're in history in the making. This is happening right now.
It's happening. It's done. I did it. It's mine.
Wow. Okay, so give me some lore. Why is this Bandito all about them tacos?
Well, I mean, when you think of restaurant mascots, who has the most recognizable? And don't say Burger King. It's McDonald's.
Yeah, you are right. There's lore.
There's
like no other burger chain has lore for their people, I guess.
I guess the Burger King did. He went through like one change, I think, and then stayed when he became mascot.
Yeah, I guess so. And then there was Sneak King, which you can't deny Sneak King.
But that's still just regular King.
True.
That's just him sneaking.
Yeah, he's sneaking. What's he doing?
Why is he sneaking? I mean, like, Wendy is just girl. JFK.
Yep.
KFC.
JFKFC. That's he's my favorite.
I don't even know if that was dyslexia. But KFC, because there's not a J in that.
Yeah, they had all the kernels, all the different kernels. That was the thing.
I mean, they have a kernel for every mood, but do you count them as different mascots?
I think they do. I think there was like a turn in after a certain period of time with different kernels. They did a turn where they were like, we know that they're all different for some reason.
Well, you have like sexy kernel and like classic kernel and like funny kernel, but could they just be considered the same kernel but like in a multiverse?
Who knows? Honestly, we need to get down to the bottom of the KFC universe, you know?
the KF lore.
Mm-hmm. The KFCU, if you will.
Exactly, the Kentucky Fried
Cinematic Universe.
Cinematic Universe. And then like Whataburger. That's very niche to Texas, but they had What a Guy.
They do have What a Guy. Is it just a lad, just a kid?
Just a boy.
Just a boy. Oh, that's even worse.
It's What a Guy, and it's just a boy.
Just a boy.
And I forget who the bad guy is, but he's like a scientist, and then there's like aliens.
Yeah, he's Professor Shithead. They ran out of ideas.
Honestly, they're like, no one's gonna really look into this.
Mm-hmm.
They're not like real. They don't market them, so that's it. The only other mascots is McDonald's.
Yeah,
McDonald's,
and
they have like a history of lore.
Yeah, they've got new characters. They have old characters. They've got different lineups. There's like the McKids video game where you're in McDonald land. Yeah. There's Mayor McCheese. There's a mayor. There's government. Yeah. We know there's government.
And there's government and police, you know, because there's Mayor McCheese. There's Police Cheeseburger.
There's criminals.
Yeah, the Hamburglar, which is where I got the inspiration for my OC original Do Not Steal mascot.
True, yeah. Just a guy who just likes stealing tacos. He doesn't even look like the Hamburglar. It just like just some dude who just takes tacos.
Yeah. But I don't. This isn't like, because the Hamburglar isn't like, he's just a freckled guy in not a bandit outfit, a prison outfit. But when I think of the Taco Bandito, I'm thinking of like a thick mustachioed man in a sombrero and poncho.
Okay.
I'm going real stereotypical on this.
Yeah.
I am of Hispanic origin.
Listen, I come from Hispania.
I from the old country, Hispania. So I don't think it's racist if I do it.
Okay.
So that's how I picture my Taco Bandito.
So your Taco Bandito is just like the Taco Bandito that a racist would come up with, but it's not racist.
Well, I
Just
mean,
to make
like,
sure.
Fine. Here.
I'm just saying.
We'll change it. He's wearing a luchador mask.
Okay.
And he's got a cape with tacos, and I'm still gonna stick with the poncho because ponchos are cool.
Ponchos are cool. Ponchos are in. Okay.
And he just rides in on his taco horse. His how do you say horse in Spanish?
Horse.
I thought you were gonna say hornhead.
How dare you?
I want to say caballero, but that's not it. That's
cowboy.
That's cowboy.
It's caballo.
Caballo. I was so close.
I had to Google. I didn't remember it either.
I was like right there. I'm like, I fucking know this because they used to call someone that in school.
Why?
Fuck, I don't know. Like, if you think of high school nicknames for people, they often don't make sense.
They're like, yeah, horse, because he got an ugly face.
Yeah, he got a long face, or maybe he just runs fast.
Yeah,
he got that horsepower.
My friend's older brother had a friend who I only learned his name after like 6 months because people exclusively called him Cheetah. So I just didn't know his name beyond Cheetah. Turns out his name was just David.
That was the same thing with my friend, right? My friend, very brown, right? They were like real dark brown, but their brother was real light skinned. His brother was real light skinned, and the whole family called him Gringo because he looked like a white guy, but he wasn't. And for the longest time, I didn't know what his damn name was until he just one of his passwords for his PC was Durf, and I was like, "What the hell's Durf?" He's like, "It's my name spelled backwards." I'm like, "Fred?"
Fred?
Like, yeah, it's
Your
my
name's
name.
Fred?
Yeah. He was like, "Yeah, it's my name." I was like, "Oh."
Oh. What a fucking normal name.
Yeah, like that's not cool. I'm gonna still call you Gringo.
Yeah, I can see why people don't call you that.
But like it's weird because like when's a good time to stop calling people by like their nicknames? Like if I met him nowadays, I couldn't be like, "Hey, Gringo." I'd have to be like, "Oh, Fred."
Yeah. Frederick.
Weird.
Yes.
I don't know. Like no one calls me like the nicknames I had in high school nowadays. I mean, like, not Phoebe, that's just my name shortened. But like no someone I knew in high school wouldn't call me like the name they made fun of me back then from.
Yeah, to be fair, like I think it's unreasonable to call anybody by a name that you called them in like elementary school or beyond whenever you're in like a professional setting. Like, okay, so this can break bad, but like most of the time you're not like, oh yeah, I don't know, this is we went to high school together. I know that you're supposed to call him Derek, but I'm always gonna call him Slow-Mo. It's just his name is Slow-Mo, okay?
Yeah, like say like you fucking meet Ignacio, you're like, "Hey, Nacho." He's just Nacho. It's just, I don't know, like it's so weird, right? It's weird.
But like I'm thinking of like football nicknames, and I wouldn't call any of them by those names if we worked together. I wouldn't like Cheekies, Plug, Sweet Feet. Like you can't use those names. You can't.
You think they remember like their nicknames or no? Like,
oh yeah.
Well,
I'm positive
sure
that people who played on the same football team with them will still call them those names, especially if they go out drinking. Like, it's Cheekies. I guarantee you.
God, I forgot about Cheekies and Plug. God, I haven't thought about them in like years. Like,
Yeah.
I have too much on my plate to be thinking about old high school nicknames.
Mm-hmm. Too much on my plate. I can't be thinking about Sweet Feet. Okay, I can't.
Hey, look, if I bring them into my memory, then how am I gonna like remember movie quotes?
Yeah. How am I gonna remember my bank pin?
How am I gonna remember this sweet McDonald's lore?
Yeah.
Like, we're getting off subject. But like, so McDonald's, like, they went through some changes. Hamburglar went through a hot phase.
He did. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
I don't
like,
know why they chose to do that, but okay.
yeah, they're like, oh, you can come and rob me any day. And he's like, I just want the burgers.
Just give me the burgers.
But he's hot while doing it. Like, I couldn't imagine them doing like a hot phase Ronald McDonald, because he's like, you can't make a clown hot. Mm-hmm. I say that and I instantly, like, I regret it, because like the internet had a phase of clown hot.
Oh yeah, there's still a bunch of honk sexuals out there that just they're deep in there and they'll never come back out.
Like, I think that's where, like, the internet had coined the phrase "clussy," and I was like, ugh. It was real bad. It was on
real
TikTok.
bad. Don't like.
Oh, I didn't like it, but then I saw some of them clowns, and I was like, oh, they don't look too bad. I'd go down a sewer for that. Just I'm just saying, like, clowns can be hot. Just I wouldn't recommend them to be hot.
I wouldn't recommend them to anyone, really.
Oh my god! Except for me. I'm just kidding. Not me.
I'm just kidding. Or am I? Wink.
On wink.
Too fast for you.
Too fast, too furious. So, like, they had I don't know why. I guess clowns back then were like a big, like, children thing, but like nowadays it's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
But then, so you have like the Hamburglar. You have Chica from Five Nights at Freddy's. I forget her name.
God, that is fuck.
Birdie?
Oh no, Birdie? Is it Birdie?
I think it's Birdie.
Birdie McDonald. Yeah. Sure is. It's Birdie.
Yeah. And she's just a bird.
Well, she's like a pilot bird.
Yeah. She's wearing overalls and she's got pilot hats, but birds fly, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I guess.
In some weird way. So yeah, you got bird, then you have the chicken nugget aliens, I think. I forget. They were just sentient, like, pom-poms or something.
Yeah, I do remember that. I'm looking at them right now, and they look like Furbies. They look kind of like the no, the McNugget buddies. Okay.
Yeah, the McNugget
here.
buddies.
I've got to pull this up on stream now that you've done this. By the way, we are streaming live on twitch.tv /GoGettasPod.
Always
so
watch.
Here we go. Enjoy. Look at these. Look at this cast of characters.
Are you gonna show the old toys that, like, they had the good era McDonald's toys of, like, the McDonald's gang?
I could try, yeah.
Yeah, just like type in classic.
See, I know how to Google.
Well,
I know how to do it.
I know, but I was telling you what to do it.
Yeah,
Classic
but you don't have to, because I know.
But did you do it?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Because I said so.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Ooh, if you were here right now.
I would fucking eat you.
Choke you out. Ooh. So yeah. The reason we're talking while he's Googling, I guess, all this stuff is Grimace's birthday just passed.
It did. There was a whole thing.
There was a whole thing about it. There was just so Kobe didn't know there was a thing about it until I told him.
We got these.
The Transformer ones.
These are the good ones,
dude. These are the good ones. I vividly remember having these, and they were so good.
Yeah.
We don't get, like, quality toys like these anymore.
No, not anymore.
Then again, these are probably painted with like lead paint.
Yeah. Yeah, they're made out of third world children. For sure.
The ghost of Hiroshima is in that paint.
These they're not even microplastics, they are macroplastics, and they live in your blood if you just touch them.
As long as you've got one in your life, you're now like tainted.
Yeah. Forever plastic.
McTainted. Sorry, I'm stupid. So Grimace's birthday just passed this week, right?
Or last.
So last week. Well, I don't remember.
Whenever.
He put out a milkshake, and the internet kind of did what the internet do.
Mm-hmm.
And before I go into it, like, I wanted to try the shake.
Yeah,
I did.
Of course.
I didn't get a chance to because every McDonald's I went to kept telling me that they were just completely out of like shake, or the milk machine was down.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, what the fuck? And let me tell you, I had to work up courage to get the goddamn shake.
Yeah, I bet, because that's not a milkshake that you can order lightly. Give me the Grimace shake. Are you fucking kidding me?
You have to say it. You can't just be like, can I have the purple shake? Because I feel like if you say, can I have the purple one, the attendant would be like, which one? Just like,
can you say it louder?
You gotta say the name, or I don't know.
Can I get the milkshake? The purple one. Can I get the purple shake?
We don't have a purple shake here. Just
Grimace shake.
Oh yeah, the good fucking louder.
Just screaming the Grimace shake for this guy over.
The guy in the silver fucking car, the hybrid. Just God. Yeah, so it's an embarrassing shake to order. But I tried it 3 times, and it just every time I ordered it, I feel like they're telling me no, because like they're like, this guy's gonna go make a Grimace TikTok, and I'm like, I want to drink it.
Here's the thing. Just before you even tell me so I don't know anything about the internet's obsession with this purple milkshake. But I need to ask you, as a former food service worker, do you believe them when they say that they can't make you a milkshake, or are you looking at them like, I know you're just fucking lazy. I know you're just lazy.
Here's the thing. I've worked at McDonald's, and I've worked there for, I don't know, 6 months. And every day that I worked there, the milkshake machine worked. Mm-hmm. It never didn't work.
Wow.
So, like, when they tell me that it's out, or they don't, like, it's off, it's either the milkshake machine doesn't have like the mix inside, and they don't want to open it.
Mm-hmm.
Or like B, like maybe they're out of the flavor, but the milkshake machine still works. You could still be like, we don't have that flavor, but you could have another flavor. Mm-hmm. No, they just say it's out. The machine is down. The milkshake, if the milkshake machine broke as much as they tell people, like every single day, like, why even have milkshakes on the goddamn menu?
Good question. Good question. Why have them? Please.
Either upgrade to a different type of milkshake machine, or take the damn milkshake off.
Yeah. Like, what am I supposed to be doing here? Right? Like, I'm trying to give you money for something. Please let me give you money for something. But also, I will say that, like, there have been a couple of times where I've gone to like the Whataburger in our hometown, and it's been kind of late, and I've been like, oh yeah, give me a large chocolate shake. And they're just very honest, and they're like, yeah, we just cleaned the shake machine. Can't do it for a little while. No. And I'm like, don't even give me the option to like wait for it or anything. They're like, no, just no. We're cleaning it, or have cleaned it, or it's going to be cleaned in the future. Just no. Like, okay. Never mind that.
Like the thing with like Whataburger too is like they use like a cleaning solution, then they drain it, then they like rinse it, and then they let it dry, and then they rinse it again. It takes about 30 minutes or so, and they always do it at night, like when the little like traffic comes through, and the people who do like I guess order they understand. They're like, yeah, this is their cleaning time, so. But like I understand, honesty is the best policy. Just like if if they could tell you no, like if McDonald's could tell you no that they didn't want to make stuff, like would that make you feel better? Like if you're like, can I have a Grimace shake? And they're like, no, I don't want to make it. Like,
honestly, it depends on the mood that I was in. If I was just like, yeah, you know what, I didn't really want it. Like I'm in it for the goof. It's fine. But if I'm like, I really wanted this milk, and if they just hit me, I would probably end up getting myself recorded and put on the internet as like, this guy was told he couldn't get a milkshake, and I'm like, you lazy entitled ass. Dude, record him.
Oh my god, that's my biggest fear.
What do you mean you don't want to make a milkshake? You're being paid.
Like, I have some money. I just want to drink it, and they're just
I'll
like,
pay you for 2 of them.
Just give me 1 of them. Fucking shove the other money up your ass and give me my milkshake. God, you don't know how many times I just go to a fast food place just for like a milkshake and like a side of something.
Yeah.
Like I love milkshakes.
Yeah. Dude,
if
so
McDonald's, I want to go to like get a milkshake and like some McNuggets. I'm not hungry, but I just want a snack. It really pisses me off when they're just like, our milkshake thing is out, and then like I'm like, well, why am I even here?
What's the point?
That's how I feel, and it pisses me off big time. God, which I'm very excited because where I'm staying in a hotel. By the way, I moved the 3rd time.
Yeah.
God. So I'm staying in a hotel, and by the way, went to go check out our house. Right, they got the walls up, dude. They're moving fast.
Hell yeah.
And me and my mom, my sister went to go check it out, and my mom, I don't know if we should have done this, but my mom was like, hey, let's get out and go inside. And I was like, okay. So we all got out, and like they have the walls up, and we were just like, well, this is our house. What are we going to do? So we went inside and walked around, and they have like the steel beams, and they have the outside walls up, and we're like, wow, this is big, and we're just walking through this like empty, half-built house. It's so weird.
Nice.
But
and they're like, people come by and they're like, "Hey, is that what? Can you not be here?"
We're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. This is our house. We're just checking out your good work."
Yeah, you know? we're just making sure. We're making sure.
Yeah, just making sure it's on the like.
You kick a wall, you kick a hole in the wall. You're like, oh, the cheap labor, huh?
Using the cheap materials, eh?
Walls made out of cardboards. I'd never fix this right now.
They're like, that's not the real wall. That's just like the placeholder. Oh.
You know what? You're off the hook this time.
Yeah,
not next
time. When I come and check out next week, better be on your P's.
Ooh, hey, this better be fucking. Oh, it should be so fixed.
God, I don't want to feel like that entitled. I'm just happy that it's almost done.
Yeah,
but I'm very excited because fuck McDonald's. The place where I'm staying now, my town. You know where I'm at, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're building all this new shit here.
Really?
Fucking Freddy's Steak Burger.
Ooh, I like Freddy's.
Seafood company, a new Philly cheesesteak restaurant.
Okay.
A Target. They're fucking putting in a lot of shit.
Yeah. All right, that's good.
And I told my mom this. I'm like, dude, fucking, why would I ever go back to Corpus? They're building all the good shit here.
Yeah.
and I'm like, I was like, I'm like, what, for the beach? I'm like, I hate the beach.
Yeah.
I'm like, that beach sucks.
Yeah. What am I going to do?
And it's so funny because like that beach does suck. If you want to go to a beach, you go to what is it? The island.
Yeah. Go
So
on
like
to Padre.
go on to old Padre.
Or
Because
Port A. The amount of times that people have talked to me, I'm like, oh yeah, I grew up in like, in like along the coast around Corpus Christi, and people are like, oh yeah, I went down there to like one of the good beaches. I went to and I'm fully expecting them to say South Padre, and then they go Port Aransas, and I go, that's a good beach. Okay, sure.
Like news to me, but I mean, okay.
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna yuck your yum. Glad you enjoyed it there. Weird.
Like for like people that don't and it's funny because like that's for like people that don't see like the beaches. Like I see the water all the fucking time, and like I'm not impressed by anything about it. It always just looks dirty and murky and not pretty in any way.
Yeah.
And so like the magic is gone, I guess. If you could say like the magic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends. Like if you're from like the desert and you're like, man, I would love to see the ocean in person, and then you go down to like, a place that has a beach, you're like, oh, this is really nice. Like, this is really cool. I like this a lot. Look at, man. But if you're from a place that has like nice water and nice beach, and you're going to come down there and be like, oh, this is, I don't know about this.
Why did we come
This
here?
is like a third world beach.
Sometimes I feel like it is. Like, I feel like we just happen to have the beach, and like people go there because like, I don't know. Because like I want to go to, not like I don't want to say I want to go to Cancun, but like they have like those fucking clear ass beach water that like you could see the sand when you're going in. You could just see right through it. Like that shit looks great. Although like I feel like if I get in the water, I'll contaminate it. Just
yeah, you're like I can't. I don't belong.
I'm like, this is too pretty. I'm just gonna ugly it up.
Man, yeah, I've seen videos like of people going to beaches where the water is just clear and the sand is like white, or like it just looks pristine. There's not like seaweed everywhere.
God, yeah. It doesn't have that gross like low tide smell.
Yeah, but the thing is, because one of the videos I was watching was Joey the Anime Man, who went to like a place in the Philippines, I think. And I was like, the water was absolutely beautiful, hardly any waves because of how the island is shaped. I'm like, wow, this is really cool. That would be a really cool place to visit. And then he, thank God, is like relatively normal because he's like, yo, it's hot as fuck out here. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. That's one of the things I hate about the beaches, is that it's hot as fuck all the time.
Like the thing about like I want to go to like those clear water beaches, but they're sand. It being so like white and clean, it reflects the sun like 3 times as hard. I want like in my head, I'm like, oh, dude, yeah, let's go to the fucking Clearwater Beach and have us a badass time. But like in practice, I'm like, we could pass by it.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go to the beach and just sit in the car next to it.
I'd be willing, if they had like a food shack, to walk to the food shack and have a nice lunch and look at the water and then go. But there has to be shade. It can't be one of those places where the tables are just under the fucking sun.
God.
Like, I would...
A fun fact about like the West Coast is that like the water is so cold, you can't really swim in it unless you're really far down south, like Southern California. Even then, the water's still cold as fuck. So what you have to do, like, as you go further north, there's a place in Oregon called Cannon Beach, and Cannon Beach is like this really nice flat beach. It's got like an old shipwreck and like really picturesque like rocks and stuff around. It's like really pretty to look at, but that water is frigid as fuck. And so they have like a restaurant that's right near the beach. And they just have a bunch of windows to look over it. And so you can get there and be like, wow, it's cold and everything sucks. Oh, I will eat a clam chowder, though. Like, that's what you have to do there.
Yeah. You know what? I think, because, like, you have food by the ocean in Corpus, but I think Corpus would benefit from, like, a pier type thing. And the T-Heads isn't a pier. It's shit.
You mean like the Jersey Shore?
Yeah, something like that.
Man.
I think that would draw, like, we always talk about it. Like, why would you go to Corpus? There's nothing to do.
Yeah, I don't I don't understand why people visit Corpus. To me, that's like when people are like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to go visit like St. Louis, Missouri." I'm like, "Why? For what?"
Oh, I'm going to go watch the Rams, baby.
Yeah, I guess. Or like, I'm going to go eat a barbecue? I don't know.
I genuinely don't know. Like, cause I'm thinking of like things in Corpus, and it's just the beach and the mall, and you can't even go and explore the Sunrise anymore because they closed it down.
Oh no.
So
the one
like,
dead mall that you could film spooky videos in. Oh,
can't even do that anymore.
damn.
So like, there's nothing that's not anywhere else in Corpus besides the beach, and it's not even the good beach.
Mm-hmm.
There's just like, do you know it? Like, you can go to the Best Buy.
Yeah.
You can go to the Corpus Target.
You can go to the Golden Corral, in which somebody on the internet asked, "Are they open today?" And someone else responded, "I don't know." You can go to that place.
And he was already on the page. It has the hours. Call them.
It has the hours.
I'm just there's not, like, we don't even have like a restaurant exclusive down here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
you do actually. You've got Water Street.
Oh man,
I think that's it. Though.
I've eaten there several times with you, and the food is just okay.
I'm a big fan of one dish. Like I'm a crazy big fan of the crawfish chicken. Anything else? Don't care about it. Can't care.
Crawfish chicken is pretty good.
Hell yeah.
I'm just a fan of pasta.
Mm-hmm.
Pasta in general. But when you go to a place like Water Street, you got to get like a grilled fish. You got to get that whole experience.
That's what, I mean, you're supposed to. But think about this. Crawfish chicken. Think about a chicken breast stuffed with crawfish etouffee. Doesn't that sound better?
Fucking, I love etouffee. Yeah. It does. You know what? You're right.
You know what? You're right. Fuck fish.
Fuck them. Anyway, I wanna reel it all the way back to Grimace.
Yeah, we got it's Grimace time. Tell me about this Grimace.
So you don't know anything about it, right? Anything.
Literally, the only thing I know is I went to a McDonald's. I saw that they had a Grimace shake and was like, I wonder what that tastes like. That's it.
Okay, so I don't know how this started, who started it, or what. But for whatever reason, like, the TikTok is, he's like, I got the Grimace shake, happy birthday, and then it just shows them like drinking it. And then it turns into like a cosmic horror of them either like going crazy drinking it, and then the end scene is just them thrown in a field covered in Grimace shake.
Oh my god.
Or like it, like with creepy music, or just like there was this one where this girl was just like, happy birthday, Grimace, and she drinks it, and literally the next scene is her like face down in a river, like just floating by with Grimace shake all over her.
Oh my god.
The thing is, you drink the shake and it compels you to drink it until you die, and the last scene is just you thrown somewhere or going crazy or killing someone.
Okay. Yeah, I'm into this. This is great. Because whenever you told me there was like a TikTok Grimace thing, I was like, I don't know. This could go a lot of places. A lot of places I'm not going to like. A lot of places being like, grimace me, daddy. And I don't want that. I don't want it.
Like, it's so fun. I don't know if McDonald's has come out and, like, did their own thing or acknowledged it, but, like, that's the whole trend. Like, my sister told me about it, and I was like, I heard about it, but I didn't see it. And then I sat down on the couch for, like, 30 minutes, maybe 45, just watching these videos, and I was like, oh my god.
Wow.
I was like, who did this? Why did they do this? But it got big, and it's funny. Like, each and every one, like, it's just them being creative. It's just like, there's people, like, in a Walmart, just like, happy birthday, and then they're just covered in shake, thrown on their car, like they've been, like, slammed into. I'd say, good trend. At least, I'd say 6 out of 10 for me. Good meme.
I'm into that. Like, having, like, a chaotic story, totally fine. I was worried it was gonna be like
sexual.
give me the Grimace shake, and then they drink it in the lobby of the restaurant and just start moaning and drop to their knees and have a fake orgasm. That's what I thought was going to happen. I'm very glad it's not that.
Yeah, it's just a nightmarish fucking horror story. That's all it is. But I mean, that's cool. I like it. I'm into that. Not enough cool, like, it almost turns into a found footage horror at the end of it. Starts normal and then turns up into some psychological horror. And you never see what's doing it. Just the shake itself is compelling you to die.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm into this. I can accept this. This is something that I feel like I don't need to understand, but I can be completely okay with.
I'd say watch at least a few of them. Maybe not on stream. We could watch a few after.
Okay.
But because it just won't come across well on stream.
Of course.
But I'm just saying, good meme. Didn't expect it, and it made me want to taste the shake even more. And I even thought about doing it myself, but I'm like, I kind of just don't want to drink it. I'm like, these people are throwing shakes over them. I'd have to get me a shirt.
Yeah, I have to get another shirt. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm like, I just kind of want to try it. So, but yeah, that's the whole meme. And I don't know what happened, who got it. It's just I was very happy with it.
Good. You know what? I'm happy with this.
I'm happy for Grimace. Happy birthday.
To be fair, that also would play really well. Do you know of a man on YouTube named Rainbolt?
I do not.
So he's a guy who plays GeoGuessr.
Ooh, I love that game.
And he's just insanely good at it. To the point where, like, there's a number of, like, TikToks from him that have gone super viral. One of them being, like, he stitched together with someone who was like, she's like, have you ever had a girl that's like sent you a message in your DMs and he cuts her off and just goes, no, this is Thailand. This is Bangkok. Yes. Nice. Okay. This is Mumbai. And he's just going through GeoGuessr, like staring down. He's like really good at this. And what he also does now is he'll sometimes take internet memes and like there was this guy was just in a field and he's like, where the fuck am I? And he's like in this field that's like foggy and you can't see any of the borders and it looks like an SCP, and it just cuts to Rainbow and he's like, you're here, you're in this field. Just like shows where it is on Google Earth because he figured it out, and you're like, how the fuck you doing this? This is crazy.
God, I think it would be funny if he did the Grimace shake meme, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like he's just doing like a GeoGuess thing, and he's like, by the way, I got the Grimace shake. He's like, I'm gonna guess a few things, but as he's drinking it, like each time a picture comes up, he's in the background just covered in shake, and he's like, what the fuck? Yeah. Until like progressively, like he gets closer to the fucking camera.
What the fuck?
And then it like the last picture he sees, he's like right there from the camera, and then like it turns around to show him in his chair covered in shake.
Hell yeah.
That's so fucking good. I'm surprised. I don't know if Grimace has like, because of the shake meme. I wouldn't be surprised if they turned that into an SCP.
I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't. And it doesn't even... Grimace himself doesn't have to be the SCP. The Shake does.
Oh, yeah. It could just be the Grimace Shake.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like... because, like, just regular things... And can be SCPs. Like, Garfield phone,
yep.
SCP.
Yep.
There's just, like, real innocuous thing, like a box, a toaster, just... Anything can be an SCP. And specifically... Like the story could be like, oh, we got the shipments of the Grimace Shake, but the mix is like, I don't know, has come alive. Like it compels people to fucking kill themselves.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But people saw the TikToks and they thought they were just goofing, but those people were real dead.
Fucking Grimace.
He's creepy enough on his own, so I guess.
Yeah, he doesn't need the extra publicity.
I really wish McDonald's had played into it. It would have been so fun. But I don't think they're going to be putting that shake out anymore. But I think maybe it would have downplayed how good it was if they just kept it going.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, with this whole thing is a weird promotion that I've like... apparently happens every year, but they don't always like this. May be the first time they've done the Grimace Shake, but they always celebrate his birthday. And I don't remember this happening, but I guess it does.
Does it? I've never heard Grimace's birthday happen.
I haven't either, but my wife was like, "Oh yeah, this is like it's Grimace's birthday." That happens all the time, every year. And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Why is Grimace so goddamn important? Like they need to celebrate. We don't even celebrate Ronald McDonald's birthday.
Because he's a big purple son of a bitch, and like, what else has he got going for him? He's like Eeyore.
He's sad all the time. Ronald's like, hey, guess whose birthday it is?
Hey, just big guy.
God, he reminds me of like a hairless fucking Big Bird, but like if he was a big chicken nugget. A big purple chicken nugget.
Yeah. Nobody really knows what Grimace is supposed to be.
Yeah, and the name too, like Grimace, that's
not a good name for a good thing.
Like Grimace is like a bad face.
Yeah.
Like it's, I don't know. And like Grimace himself is just very like weird. Like how did they think him up? Like why is he in the crew? Like what does he have to do at McDonald's?
I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking when they added him.
Like Ronald McDonald is the mascot.
Sure.
So, like he's the face of it. Like he has magic. He does the fucking M. The Hamburglar, like he steals the burgers and like he's the foil. He's the antagonist, but also the friend. And like then you got like Birdie. Well, like she's chicken. She represents like all the chicken menu items.
Yep. You got the nuggets. They're there. Mayor McCheese. Yeah. He's a big hamburger head. Sure. Yeah.
It's just where does Grimace play into this?
You gotta wonder if Grimace was not originally supposed to be like the villain. Like he's some fucking hairy purple guitar pick and no one likes him and he's a big mean guy and all he wants to do is destroy McDonald's. And like, who came up with this?
I have no clue. Here, I think this is a very obscure McDonald's villain, but I think there used to be a pirate villain.
There was, yes, there was. It was Captain God. Oh God, I was so confident.
You had it.
Right there. It went away though. When we Google it, McDonald's pirate. There's a pirate. I know there is. Captain Crook. That's what it was. I was gonna say Hook, and I was like, that's not him. But
that's not him. I
was very close.
Yeah. I don't think he had a long. He stayed long in the spotlight, but
he did actually. He was in the
Did
spotlight
he?
for 13 years, but he stopped being in the spotlight before either of us were born. So he showed up first in 1971, and then his last appearance, I guess, until 1984 or so.
Why do I know this guy then?
Great question.
Like, I know Mayor McCheese because like everyone makes fun of him, but like Le Crook. Why do I know this thing?
Captain
Why
Crook.
do I know this? Why do I know this information?
Who knows?
Anyway, let's like. God, it's so fucking stupid.
I will say that I looked up, like, obviously there's content farms on YouTube that are like, here's all the Grimace Shake like stuff on TikTok. I did a compilation. But
yeah,
I do also want to say that Badlands Chugs, known large man who chugs things, did chug Badlands 3 liters of Grimace Shake. So,
oh my god! Oh,
that's good.
That's on brand for him.
Yeah.
And did he do like the meme, or did he just
He didn't. He just, he did scream, but that has more to do with the fact that he chugged 3 liters of milkshake than anything.
I mean, he screams in every video. Like he either screams or he's like, oh, it's a bad idea. Oh,
true.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. I'm dying.
I do like his videos because I didn't used to, because he was like, I'm gonna chug like 8 bottles of water, and every time he'd squeeze them into his mouth, I'm like, water would blow out of the side of his mouth. I'm like, he's not drinking all of it. And just be like, hey, is anyone else seeing this? Just very, very upset.
Is anyone else seeing this? Just wow, just you're really telling on him. Hey,
anyone else seeing he's cheating? Just
I do. Okay, the thing is, because you see, like, oh, there's a new flavor, and he's of this soda, and he's gonna chug that. But then there are things like this. Every Warhead super sour gallon wine glass chug, 10 cans. He just poured 10 cans of Warhead soda, mixed them all together in this big cup, and drank the big cup. That's what you want. You don't want one that's like, this is like, I'm just going to drink a big Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Like, who gives a fuck? But if you start mixing together some gross shit, like, yeah, I'm in now.
Yeah, you paid me money to watch me do one of those. Remember on the soda
I
stream?
did. Yes, you drank a suicide of all of the sodas you drank in the soda stream, because I did pay you.
But it wasn't even just a suicide. It was like after I spit it back into the cup.
Yeah, that was gross. Why'd you do that?
Because you paid me.
True. Fair.
I mean, look, if there was no money involved, I wouldn't have done it, because that's gross.
It is gross.
But there was money involved.
There was money involved.
I'm not gonna say I'll do anything for money. I mean, of course you'll like assess and be, if they try to lowball, you'll be like, I'm gonna need a lot more than that. And I assessed it. I'm like, I've been spitting water into this cup for like every time to rinse my palate, so I'm pretty sure it's watered down. I'll drink it. And I did. I took two drinks, and it was gross. I almost threw up. Hated it. Oh,
brave man.
God. So I know I'm crazy. I want to do another one of those streams.
Hell yeah.
Of like flavored testing for stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe soda, maybe candy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I had real fun. I had a lot of fun doing it.
You know what I did last night? I had a new flavor of Bluebell ice cream.
The Java Jolt.
The Java Jolt.
Yeah.
It was really good. I had a good time. And then about half an hour after that, I said, I'm going to eat another pint of ice cream. So I did eat 2 pints of ice cream last night, back to back.
Awesome. Honestly, it's on brand for you. It's coffee flavored.
Yeah.
And coffee is like your whole personality.
At this point, it's getting to be that way. I used to not drink coffee like 5-6 years ago or something. And now that's just like, you know how whenever you're young and you're like, oh yeah, I like dump trucks, and then your grandparents just buy you dump trucks for the next 10 years. That's what it's like whenever you're an adult and you're like, oh yeah, I like coffee stuff. People are like, oh great, let me buy you this coffee related anything. Or they tag you in like, hey, did you see there's this coffee that's made out of poop? I'm like, stop, I don't care.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like, because you're the coffee person, but like people didn't assign you that. Like, you assigned yourself that.
I didn't try to.
Well, looking, you have a stream that's coffee themed.
Yeah. Because you have to have a theme. Like, I picked a theme. I was like, I want like a cafe. That's good. Nice chill vibe at night. That's good.
You have the coffee stream. You have the coffee stream for like a whole month. You were like going for you bought the Hot Shots fucking fridge.
Yeah, I did. It's great. What a great investment. I made warm cookie dough in it one time. Not cookies, warm cookie dough.
You I missed that stream. What's it called? Let's see. I'm trying to think of like your coffee stuff. Like, you drink Cometeer. You have a couple of cups a day.
I do. Yeah, I'm most of I had today. My wife went to Starbucks because like yesterday was kind of like a rough day for both of us, and so they went to Starbucks, and then I drank my coffee. I went back to sleep for 2.5 hours. I woke up. I made another cup of coffee. And then an hour later, I made another cup of coffee. It was great. I'm like, today's a day off. It was a good time.
Yeah. When I think of someone to ask about coffee, I think of you because like you have coffee facts. You're kind of in that coffee lifestyle.
I watch a lot of coffee YouTube, but I'm telling you, this is one of those things where like, if somebody is like, yeah, I was trying to think of like things that I could get you for, like for Father's Day or whatever.
Well, I think
then the first thing that people think of are like, what do I know about him? I know that he likes coffee. Let me Google coffee gift. Oh, this is perfect. I'll buy the first one. Cool.
You know what's funny? For like the couple of times I've gotten you a gift, I've never ever Googled anything coffee related. I specifically would Google like lo-fi.
I would specifically Google naked men.
You don't know how many times I thought about doing it. I'm like, no, he's gonna get me something like thoughtful and cool.
And I'm gonna get him this dude. I can't be get you like an apron that's like, oh, blow the cook. Yeah.
Just and you're just like, you're there, you're like, oh, this is cool. I'm never gonna wear it.
I'm fucking I'm moving soon and this is going to a Goodwill, right? Like, you know that.
And like that, I make my gift, and it's a personalized, like super cool thing you worked hard on, and I'm like, oh man, boy, I feel like an ass. It just
sucks. It sucks to suck.
That's why, like, if I get you a gift, I try to like make it a little bit more personalized. Like, I've gotten you a shirt, and I think it's cool. I've seen you wear it a few times. So
yeah, it is destroyed at this point. I've worn it so many times that the shirt is like half gone.
Damn.
Yeah.
I've got you like a cool metal disc plate. I don't even have one of those for me, and I want one.
Hell yeah.
But you've got me some cool. Like when I think of you, I think of like the coffee lo-fi tech guy. Like, I don't know what people think of when they think of like a good old fee.
Good old fee. What do I think of? I mean, I I think of Gundam. I think of like anime, One
yeah.
Piece.
Yeah.
I think of sunflower seeds, actually.
Oh my god. I used to. I don't anymore. Salt's
Yeah.
bad. Salt's bad for the old blood pressure.
Yeah, well, what isn't?
I haven't eaten sunflower seeds in like 2 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fucking a picture of health.
No, it's just remember my tooth cracked.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was broken before, and then the rest cracked off. So, and that was my like sunflower seed eating tooth. So
That's my seed tooth. No, not the seed tooth.
look when you eat sunflower seeds, I don't know what people think, but you don't use your front teeth. You use your back teeth. And if you use anything other than what like you're normally using, like on your back teeth, it feels weird and it tastes weird. So I just stopped eating them.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
So yeah, I usually just eat like trail mix in like a little bag.
Mm-hmm.
But for sure, for me, anime is on brand for me. Anime, manga, and like I don't know. I'd want to say gaming, but like everybody games. So like
Yeah, the thing is, like, you're not into very specific or like hyper specific things. You're not like, oh yeah, I only play RPGs or I only play zombie games or I only play like whatever. You play basically everything.
yeah,
So like that's good in that like if I'm like I'm going to buy you a game, if it's a good game, I'm confident that you'll play it and that you'll probably like it. But that does mean that like the starting point is just like Googling good games instead of Googling good zombie game.
yeah. I mean, like I do have like my niches for like anime. Everyone watches like all the stuff. I genuinely watch everything. I think one of my favorite genres is rom-com. Maybe cute girls doing cute things. Slice of life. I don't know. I watch everything. I think I'm a jack of all trades of anime.
I would say so.
For manga, I'll buy like a bunch and just read a bunch and just kind of get into it. I'm big into Funko. I used to be big into Funko Pop. I haven't. The reason I haven't been buying any is because I've been moving and everything's packed away.
Yeah.
I also like the retro video game collecting, but all my stuff is packed up.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, I don't know. I guess like my niche is just normal nerd that watches too much anime. I guess I could be considered an otaku for anime, but
I would say so.
So yeah, I don't know. I like to make puns. When I think about it, like there's nothing too outstanding about me. I'm just kind of your run-of-the-mill guy, just your little funny
I'm just a guy.
I'm just a guy, man,
Just
and
a
I
little
never
guy.
age. I never age. I'm an immortal vampire, and I love anime. I love eating sweets.
I love eating sweets. I'm like sweet tooth salary man.
You know what? Speaking of sweets, I don't like eat sweets like a lot anymore. But like, give me a nice like fucking concha or warm like fucking pastry. I'll eat it.
Oh, oh man! God, you just started mentioning pastries, and now I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fucking die. That's all I want now.
Yeah, I'm gonna be pretty upset when I visit you. That can't go to like 46 degrees or whatever it was called.
85 degrees Celsius, baby.
Yeah, that place is great.
It is great. And I will say that so for my like makeup Father's Day, I went to Voodoo Donuts.
Ooh.
Oh man. How delicious. I'm a big Voodoo fan. Big fan.
Are you a big Voodoo fan or are you just a big donut fan?
I guess I'm a big donut fan, but Voodoo does a pretty good job. They have one that's called the Grape Ape. And it's effectively like a vanilla donut, but then on top they just put like grape Kool-Aid, like not mixed into anything. They just sprinkle grape Kool-Aid powder on top of this frosting. My mouth is watering. I'm thinking about it because it's like sour. It's like really tart and it's got that artificial grape flavor. God, I fucking love it.
What's it called? Okay, so here's a question. People are like really crazy with like the donuts with their toppings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I am very plain. Like, I'd either like the cake donut, like the kind of thicker one, or the powdered sugar donut, or like regular like sugar donut. I don't like when people put like cereal and shit on the donut. It like clumps up and it makes it hard to eat. And I hate when I'm spilling stuff. When a donut's supposed to just be like eat it and like lick your thumb and your fucking index finger and then wipe your hands. I don't like all that bullshit on top of it. I don't like putting flavor on the top of a donut's fine, but putting like cereal or like fucking bits on it is I may eat it if there's nothing else and someone gives it to me, but I not preferred.
I understand where you're coming from, but man, sometimes it's fucking good.
It just depends.
It does. It depends on how crazy they're getting with it. Because like I will say that there are times where they'll have like a flavor that's like, oh yeah, here's this like God, I've seen one that was like a snickerdoodle and like snickerdoodle and dough. Cookie dough, that's what it is. Snickerdoodle and cookie dough. And it was like broken up snickerdoodle cookies and a bunch of pieces of cookie dough on top of like a donut. And I was like, I don't know how you're supposed to fucking eat this without turning into like a slop factory.
Yeah, I just don't, when I'm thinking of a donut, I don't like getting messy. Like the messiest I'll get is like a jelly filled donut, and that shit's good.
Man.
I don't know what it is with people, but they don't like strawberry. You don't like strawberry's my fucking shit, dude. And you're just like, strawberry,
Strawberry's just it's not that good. Strawberries, so like good. Whenever they're ripe and juicy and delicious, like they're fine. Like I'm okay with them, but like they're either too tart or like the strawberry flavoring and things is always like, I guess that's something, but like why would I ever go with strawberry when I could go with chocolate?
Oh no, chocolate's too sweet. At least with like strawberry preserves, like flavoring and stuff, it is so good. You get that strawberry flavor, and sometimes you get like the seeds in there, which adds like that texture. I don't know what it is about that, but the texture added to it is just like fucking top notch. Oh fuck! I bit my tongue.
Damn, too good. Fee, just imagining this is the thing. Nobody knows this. Fee actually has the most powerful imagination of all time. As soon as Fee starts thinking about something, it becomes real to him. And he actually he bit off a part of his tongue and ate it because he thought it was part of a donut.
It became part of my donut after escaped my tongue and went down my throat. It became part of a donut, and then my tongue grew back.
Yep,
because I'm a lizard person.
You're just an X-Man. Not a very good one, but
my only power is ripping pieces off my body and they become donuts.
Yeah, it's not super useful, but like in the one situation in which it's like kind of useful, you want him.
It's useful if I'm stranded on an island.
True.
Like if I had unlimited like arm donut, like I just live on the island until they come get me.
Unlimited arm donut. Just every day you're like, well, and the thing is, the pain still there. So whenever you cut off your arm every day, you're like, ah! oh God, Jesus, for like half an hour, and then you're like, all right, now I'm eating arm donut.
This is fine. This is good. Like, it's just, yeah, maybe I don't feel the pain. Maybe it's like a split second, like a little finger prick. Or like a paper cut.
Man, that's no fun.
I mean, for you,
how are you supposed to be like limited in your powers then? You could just always do arm donut just every day, all day?
What do you mean, like limited in my powers? They're not good for anything. I'd have to like strand myself
that's
for them
the thing.
to be any good.
That's the thing. You say that. Well, the only context you're thinking about is saving the day. Take that away. Throw it away. Guess what you get to do? You get to open up a restaurant with zero overhead. You get to have a food challenge. You get to feed the hungry. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, but I'm also like, the only way I could die is of old age, because if like a thing ate me and like ripped me apart, I just become a donut and then regrow in its stomach.
Yeah, I guess that's part of the question is like, where do you live then? Like, let's say if I cut off your head, do you grow a new head or do you grow a new body?
Ooh, I think, oh man, I guess a new body, since my brain is attached to my head.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if the head got destroyed, maybe I'm like Cell from Dragon Ball Z. If one part of me is still put together, maybe I just regrow.
Okay, I think it depends on like what the central unit is, because like even if you're saying like the brain, if I cut you in half vertically, do you grow two bodies?
Maybe it's not my brain. Maybe I have a nucleus.
Maybe you've got one cell, one donut cell inside you.
Like it just depends. Like, they're like, mutants are all different. They don't, like, Wolverine doesn't have the one cell that just lets him regenerate. Like, he just does it.
That's fair.
So like, it just depends. I guess it's situational. This isn't like one piece. If I had like donut capabilities, if I just ripped my body off, I couldn't like go into second gear with donut arm. Like,
you couldn't? Why not?
I can't just like. It would be something if I can turn things into donuts or like donut related weapons. But like, I am not a donut person. I just can turn my own body parts into donut.
Okay. so then I guess you can die then.
Of old age. Poison possibly. Unless like, if I had poison. Oh man, I guess poison.
I guess so.
Unless like my body turns the poison into jelly donut filling. Or I don't know, cut off my body from the neck and then regrow a healthy body.
I mean, wouldn't that be the dream? Like, you're like, Doc, I was let's not think about what I was doing. Anyway, I felt a lump on my balls. And what do? Doctor gives you a scan. Is like, wow, you've got the most cancer I've ever seen in a man's balls. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. I'll just cut them off real quick and just grow new ones. The doctor's like, wait, what? Sorry, you're gonna what?
You're gonna do what? Just, I guess I have unlimited healing as well. They're like, you got cancer. I'm like, oh yeah, well, what if I just cut out my chest?
What if I just for every the thing is, like, if it didn't cost you anything, for any minor inconvenience, if you were like, God, I got a paper cut in my hand, I'm gonna cut off my head and just regrow a whole new body, because fuck it, why not?
What?
You just have a guillotine in your living room, like, who gives a shit?
Why wouldn't I just cut off my arm?
Because you're like, fuck it, just get the whole new thing. This body's getting a little old.
Yeah, I cut off my own head, regrow a new body, and like the donut's just fresh and like the perfect donut temperature.
Hot, fresh, delicious body donut, whole body donut.
And then I just sell them.
Yeah.
They never go bad.
That's the thing, is like, if you're the only one that can do it, you can reasonably be like, hey, this is a whole donut that is my body. $2,000.
It is a body. It's not my body. I found a way to create donut.
It looks
body.
identical to my body. Don't think about it.
And then I can like sell them like, oh, here's just donut arm, donut leg, whole body. You want wiener and balls? Here it is.
Here it is.
Like, you want donut butt? There it is.
So, fun fact, actually, the donut shop, like one of the donut shops here in town, does sell donut hands that are doing like the UT symbol or like thumbs up or like the finger guns. And I think that's delightful. So this is just like an extension of that. Although I will say that theirs are like kind of cartoony. And if yours look like your real human body with like lumps and correct proportions, and if somebody looked at it too fast, they think it may actually be a human body, it may be horrifying.
Yeah. But I mean, if you had donut body, like just donut body, would it look creepy? I mean, it's kind of doughy. It's not like exact body, but it's like body-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be horrifying?
It depends on how close it is. If it's in that uncanny valley, if it's in the uncanny body valley, then yeah.
Well, if that's the case, like if it is my body that just became a donut, would I then be a cannibal? I mean, it is a donut and it doesn't taste like person.
Yeah, I feel like with the donut power, it has to it must turn into full donut, and at that point it doesn't count, right?
I wonder if it does turn donut, do I have the capability to make it any flavor I want?
That's a good question.
Because if I could just make donut body and it was just same regular like sugar donut, like that would get old after a while. Like, let me make it any like flavor or topping, not like any topping, but like a chocolate topping or like raspberry or like, I don't know, like frosting, you know?
Yeah, could be. Like that would be. Here's the thing: as stupid as this power is, I don't think there's a way you can abuse this to take over the world or like do anything really nefarious. So I'm somebody that really likes to limit people's power sets whenever they're like, oh, I would just be Superman. Like, go fuck yourself. Get out of here. But like, this is so benign that I'm almost like, yeah, whatever. It's any flavor that you want, except it has to be the flavor of an already existing donut. So like, you can't get crazy and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to cut off my head and make a full body cure for cancer filled donut.
Oh shit, that would be OP if I could just make donuts but like cures to thing. Like, I'm like, all right, I just cut off my arm. And it's a potion that'll heal all your wounds.
Oh no, I just looked it up. I just looked it up, Fee. There is a donut that's covered in gold, so you will be rich.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was gonna bring that up. I'm like, they do have like the most expensive donut in the world. Technically, I could make that, but like, why would I sell it? Like, I would just eat it. I just want to try it. It's one of those things, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
Like, getting off the donut topic, I have been fantasizing about, because I watched the Orville, and they have what's called like a not a processor, like I guess like a food producer machine, which just can make any, like they can make anything, like clothes and like old stuff or food for the most part. That's why they don't have money in that ecosystem and currency.
Nice.
But like, I've always just wanted like a food machine where I just put in the speaker. I'm like, I want a fucking beef Wellington that Gordon Ramsay made from this episode of fucking MasterChef. And I wanted to just produce it.
And then like, you open it and you're like, God damn it, he overcooked it. This bastard did. They lied to me.
This son of a bitch! Like, I've always wanted a thing like that. Like, make me a burger as good as they have it, like, on the menu. Or, like, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like wouldn't that be sick?
It would be.
I'm very upset. Like I'm upset that we don't have that technology. But then again, I don't know how we'd begin to start that technology.
So
Like a matter creation.
I'm thinking about it. And I got down to this is just like Full Metal Alchemist. And I gotta wonder if this is gonna be like you're gonna make a food homunculus by being like, well, it's just like 14 grams of sodium and 8 grams of carbon, and it's just gotta be arranged in the right way. And like this machine just has all of the like base minerals and just shoots them all together, and it just works.
It's just like a printer. You have to put in cartridges of like sugars and like wheats and stuff, and then it just creates whatever.
Yeah, it's gotta print the meat. You know what I mean?
It doesn't print. It's like, oh man, I'm trying to think of like a good example. Like, but you haven't seen the Orville, right?
No.
I don't know, something like Spy Kids with the Happy Meal fucking machine.
Oh yeah. Okay. Now I see what you're saying, and yeah, this is effectively like imagine a 3D printer but for food. Like that's basically what this is, except it's faster.
Yeah.
All right, sure.
I don't know how to begin to make that technology.
Well, like, that's because you and I both are not very smart.
No, I mean, I was about to correct myself and say, how would society make that?
Yeah, I mean, the best that I could come up with is like, you have a machine that knows how to like mix stuff, but like in the speed that you're asking for, I would be impossible right now. Like
I just want to be able to get up, go to my kitchen and be like, one fucking Whopper, please, and like it produce it in like under 5 minutes.
That would be sick. Yep, never gonna happen.
Not in our lifetime.
No, it's too hard to do.
Too sci-fi, I guess.
And it's also like it would have to taste different because like one of the things about food that you don't think about is that it's heterogeneous.
Yeah.
And machines are really good at making things homogeneous. So if it's like, I'm going to make you a meat, it's like solid layer of meat with no fat and no like air pockets and no grease and no like whatever else.
It makes the best version of that.
No. Doesn't make the best version. It makes the most consistent version. It just, every atom is just meat. It's all meat. And that's probably not what you want, actually. So it has to have some amount of like variability and like heterogeneity in it. And like, how much fat do you put in?
It would kind of be like, I don't know if you remember that episode of SpongeBob when Mr. Krabs sold the Krusty Krab to like that shenanigans type place.
Yes.
And they spit out the hamburgers and it was just goo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I maybe like that. But I guess the only way I'm going to get a type of machine or something like this is in heaven. That would be in my heaven. A very, very dull heaven. Just a room with like a PC with all the games on it and like one single streaming service with all the shows.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the corner, I just have like my fountain drink with every flavor known to man and my food machine.
Just your food machine. Yeah. And they're in heaven. It's like, hey, Fee, do you want to like, where like a bunch of your friends and family, you're going to go like watch this movie together. And you're like, nah, I'm good right here, actually.
I mean, I could leave the room if I wanted to. It's just, I never need to. I mean, it's heaven. You don't need to eat, but I kind of want to.
Yeah.
I mean, I've thought about this, about having my personal heaven. I'd have a room, a nice sized room with all this on it, but then like I'd be able to go and isekai with my friends like during the day, during the heaven hours. I don't know. That'd be fun. But we're getting off topic. The show's almost over, and I forgot what else we had to talk about.
We have two things, but I don't think there's a bunch of remakes that have been planned, which we've talked about off and on for the whole time that we've been doing this podcast. So we don't have to talk about that, but One Piece the anime has been popping off recently.
Yeah, the live action.
So we can talk about that. And yes, the live action and the anime both.
Let's get the live action out of the way because I think it's short. But the live action came out recently. I saw this. Kobe didn't, but the Japanese dub of the live action is going to be voiced by the original cast of the anime.
Mm-hmm.
So Luffy's going to be what's her name, and Sanji and Zoro and Nami and Usopp.
Mm-hmm. They're
all going to be doing their respective roles. But here's the thing, and Kolb told me, he was like, yo, the Japanese dub might be the way to go when you watch this. And although I agree with him, it's gonna be weird hearing the normal voices you think of coming out of the live action people, but also like they will have different their personalities will be changed for the live action. So it'll be weird, but it'll sound more normal.
Yeah, I'm wondering how things are gonna happen, because like you're gonna see a person on stream or on the streaming service like looking a certain way, having certain mannerisms, having maybe different lines and different plots, but you're gonna hear those classic voices, and I'm wondering if that's enough to make you be like, this is great, actually, big fan. Like this is a better experience than watching this in English, or if you're going to be like, actually, this straight sucks.
It might be a better experience, except that I told Colby this. I'm like, I'm just gonna watch both of them. If it all comes out at once, I'm gonna watch it once in English, and then I will the next day I'll watch it all again in Japanese dub.
Yeah.
Because you can't just ignore it. It was made for an English audience.
Yep.
So you have to see it in English because you're curious. You can't just be like, I'm just going to watch it in Japanese and it'll be way better. But then you're going to miss out on you're just going to miss out on the cringe, I guess.
Yeah. You're going to miss out on the authentic, if you watch the One Piece live action and you talk with your friends and your friends are like, remember that time whenever Luffy was like, gum elephant gun? And you're like, I thought it was fine. It sounded fine. And they're like, did we watch the same show?
Yeah. You remember, when he said gum pistol and it was weird? You're like, sounded fine to me.
Yeah, sounded okay to me.
And you're like, he's like, yeah, I watched the dub. And you're like, what the fuck? I don't know. I'm just thinking you have to watch the authentic English to get the full experience, and then watch it again in dub to see the difference. And it'll for sure be better because all of those actors are seasoned voice actors.
Yeah.
So they know how to give a good performance, whereas the actors are actually acting and trying their best. People are pumped about it, and the show looks fine. I think it won't be ultra cringe, but I think it'll at least be a little super cringe. They're already talking about how they're changing a few things just by looking from the trailer, which we've talked about before, and I think they're right. I mean, it's just, man, I don't know. I'm very mixed on it. Everyone's dogging on it. It'll probably be a solid 4 or 5 out of 10 for me. and Colby's gonna watch one episode and then just be like, "Yep, I'm not gonna watch this."
Yep, I'm done. Who knows? I will say, Luffy's voice actress in Japanese, I know that she's like old. She does not look very old, which is great.
No, I saw her in a video because the English actor from the show went to go visit her.
Yeah, I pulled up the video, and she looks fine.
Yeah, she looks way fine, and she's like ancient. But she also like does the voice really good, and she was like, "Oh, I'm so happy to meet you," and she's like, I'm passing the hat down to you," and I'm like, "Don't do that." Don't do it. Take it back. Take it back. I'm like, ooh. I was like, he's a nice guy, but man, I can't get over his voice. It's just not right.
I like him, actually. The more that I'm seeing him, the more that I'm kind of actually pretty into his voice.
I don't, because like I hear his accent, and I know English isn't his first language.
Yeah.
And I hear it.
Yeah, and I think that's totally fine.
Yeah, you do. You think everything's totally fine.
Yeah.
Every single thing.
Basically,
everything.
Yeah.
And I don't. It's so weird. Because I'm so used to just Luffy not having an accent.
I mean, objection? You watch One Piece subbed.
Yeah,
he's got a Japanese accent.
He doesn't have an accent. That's just a voice.
Yeah, in Japanese.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, if I go through the One Piece anime and there's even one English word in it, it's going to sound like a Japanese person pronouncing an English word.
Yeah, it's probably gum gum. He always says gumu gumu. I guess that's not English. That's
how it's written, so that's fine.
Yeah. I've also seen it in English, and he doesn't have an accent. Oh, a woman plays him.
Yeah, that's different. That's like a completely different person. What I'm saying is that to say like Luffy doesn't have an accent, it's like, well, it depends on what language you're listening in. And like the inflections and like the intonations and everything, all of that is like dependent on who is playing him at the time. And to me, I think this guy sounds fine.
I'm just saying.
And the more that I'm listening to him, the more that I'm like, yeah, all right, this is fine.
He looks fine. It doesn't sound fine, and that's to me, and that's my opinion, and I that's what I think.
And you know what? That's my truth.
I'm not saying he doesn't sound fine. I'm just saying I don't like his voice for Luffy, and I mean that's okay. He looks fine, although I don't like that you can't see his scar really. It's so
under his eye.
Yeah, it's so hard. Like I had to like squint really hard to see it. You can't see it. It's mostly because I'm used to seeing Luffy with the big black line and the stitching under his eye. That I'm like, I know a normal scar isn't like that, but I mean, couldn't you have just drawn a line under his eye?
Just put a line there. Come on, man. What are you gonna do when he's got the scar in his chest?
Oh no! Don't get that far, please.
God, I hope they do. I hope that they get to. I hope they get to the point where there's like, it's like season 7 of One Piece live action, and they're like, we've caught up to the fucking manga, and they're like they're on the top of Onigashima, and fucking this man who now at this point is like in his early 30s, and it's starting to show, but they refuse to switch the actor because everybody likes him, and he's like, oh, gummo gummo no rock fist
gummo back pain.
Yeah. Gummo no student loan debt.
I don't want them to get further than fucking getting to the Grand Line, because then it starts getting into nightmare territory.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. That's whenever shit's gonna really start popping off.
Oh no, it's already gonna be nightmare territory. when they meet the guy who can turn his arms and legs into springs.
Hell yeah.
Oh no! When the guy in fucking Dressrosa who can make people into suits and then he puts them on.
Yes,
Oh,
that man
no.
is gonna be my hero. If that is an episode that ever like shows up, I will drop whatever I'm doing to watch that episode.
Please don't make that an episode. I'm begging you.
Netflix, I'll chip in like $20 for you to make that episode. Okay.
I'll chip in $40 for you not to make that episode.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
Yeah. There's a lot of characters that shouldn't be in live action in later One Piece. And I don't think Don Quixote should be in live action because he's a very tall, imposing man, and I don't think anyone can imitate him.
Nah,
I don't.
With his weird like legs out and square and hands in pocket like weird walk. Yeah, no, I think it would be very hard to play him in live action, but that's why we got to do it.
No, I don't want to see anyone embarrass themselves.
Yeah, you do.
I kind of do, but I don't. Like, man, I just there's some things I don't want to see. Big head drag queen, fucking what's her name? What's his name?
Oh, Ivankov.
Yeah, I don't want to see Ivankov in live action. I just don't.
You should.
Come
on.
I kind of do, but then I'll be like, oh no. I'm like, I saw it and I wish I didn't.
Okay. I'm gonna pull something up on stream. Can we just get to this part? Just this part. Just where Doflamingo is like doing this walk. Can we just get here?
I can't picture this in live action.
And Bartholomew Kuma, 13 feet tall, directly behind him. Let's get here, okay? Let me have this.
God, no, because at that point they're gonna meet Gecko Moria, and I don't want to see him live action. Oh no. Oh, I don't even want to see it in Marineford because like I'm picturing Luffy being sad.
Yeah, Luffy's gonna be sad, and his mouth is gonna be all open and weird.
Oh, I don't wanna. I can't. No. It's gonna make me like not like that anymore. It's gonna make me not like Marineford anymore.
I do need to say the place on the internet where this GIF came from is from. Do you know what Quora is?
Yes.
It's from a question on Quora that is, quote, "Is Doflamingo in One Piece 100% evil? He is so horrible."
Yes. Yes, he is. He's evil.
What?
They're just like, I want someone to tell me he's not because like, oh God, he's so hot and I love him.
Oh God, I keep reading. I read this hot fan fiction about him and oh.
Like, have a headcanon where he's not evil. That's all I can tell you. But, like, man, I don't want One Piece live action to get that far. Mm-hmm. Like, because I'm trying, like, who would play Bon Clay? Like, I was thinking, like, Buggy is already kind of creepy in live action, but Bon Clay would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Like... Like the best live action kind of like edit I've seen of Bon Clay is Jim Carrey doing him.
Okay.
And Jim Carrey is perfect, but like Jim Carrey's too old, he won't do it. Especially because like Bon Clay is like a martial artist.
Yeah, I guess like so one of Bon Clay's problems is that he's so sort of like flamboyant. But he's also kind of grounded in a way where, like, I could very easily see somebody playing him coming off as, like, being interpreted as being, like, this is actually a caricature of what gay people are, and this is not okay. But, like, that's kind of what Bon Clay is.
Like, he's gay. He becomes the king of the gays in prison.
Yeah, he does.
Once Ivankov leaves, he's like, I'll be the
I
gay
need to be
king.
King Gay.
And then there's the whole, like, gay prison club. And then there's the drag queen island.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how's that gonna play in live action?
Yeah.
People are already pissed about it in anime form and manga form.
Okay, so I don't know why, but apparently people are still getting mad whenever people refer to Yamato with male pronouns. Like, I cannot understand. Like, okay. Yeah, I guess it was somebody that said that they were like playing Yamato, like they were doing Yamato's voice in English One Piece, I guess.
Yeah. And the voice actress said, I'll be playing him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like she gave the him pronoun. Everyone's like,
yeah, and a bunch of people were being real weird babies about it because like Yamato as a character is like, nope, I'm not Yamato. I am Kozuki Oden. I am a dude. That is who I am. And
the way I see it,
mm-hmm.
I think you can use either he, him, or she, her pronouns because like everyone is always telling her like different, and I don't think she cares as long as you refer to them as Kozuki Oden.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I think it sort of depends on the context, but also I do like. Man, it is really hard. It is really hard for somebody to be like, don't use that pronoun for this person. Like, especially whenever the character themselves is like, I am a man. This is, I am a boy. Like, there's a number of scenes in which like there's a bunch of girls doing something and Yamato's like, well, I go do the boy thing because that's who I am.
Yeah.
And it's like, so it makes sense that you would use male pronouns for Yamato. And I could also get using female pronouns for Yamato because like of historical reasons, like the character like was born a woman and is still like kind of fluctuates in and out of being like Yamato or being Kozuki or Oden. Like it's kind of simultaneously both.
The way I interpret it is that Yamato was like, God, Odin is like so cool and my dad's a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then like Yamato was there when Odin died, and then they were like, well, I want to strive to be the new Odin because like he's everything that I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm nobody. But if I start saying I am Odin, then like I'm just as good as him.
Mm-hmm.
It'll make me want to like strive to be as good as he is.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't, in my head, like, Yamato is not, like, trans, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
She is just taking on the persona of Oden,
Mm-hmm.
but and wants to be, like, seen as him, but she is not him.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it depends. All of this is, like, it depends thing, because, like, that could be the case. It could also be, excuse me, it could also be the case that that Yamato like does believe like, no, I am Kozuki Oden from like my head to my toes. I am Kozuki Oden. But there are a couple of times in the manga where Yamato like not only responds to Yamato, but like refers to themselves as Yamato, and like so it's unclear as to like what things are in what situations, and it's just like I don't know. I'm not going to argue about somebody like using whatever pronouns they want to for Yamato because things are not as like straight not as like cut and dry as they would be in other cases. But like damn, man, like if somebody's like, hey, I'm playing Yamato, and then they just chose to use some pronouns, have some fucking grace and be like, oh, you chose those pronouns. Guess what? It's none of my fucking business.
For a character like Yamato, I don't think it really matters one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, you can interchange them either way you want, and I don't think I don't think it makes a difference because, like, I know, like, you're like, oh, representation in media and in Japanese and anime, that's like a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's just in the case of Yamato, I don't really think it matters because I don't think it matters much to Yamato.
Mm-hmm.
Because she, like, if people call her Yamato, she talks to them. If they call her Odin, she talks to them. If they had like nicknames for her, she like responds to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think she just is getting wants to point across that I am the new Odin. Like, I am what he strived to be, and I am just him. She's almost using it as like a title. He wasn't a person. He's a title. It's a title bestowed on them, almost, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could totally see that. I feel like that's like a reasonable argument. I just think it's really weird for somebody to be like,
oh yeah,
for somebody to talk to a voice actor and be like, you're doing it wrong, streamer. Stop it.
Like it's a woman voice actor playing Yamato.
Mm-hmm.
What does it matter?
None of it matters.
Nothing.
If it was a dude voice actor, it wouldn't matter.
If it was a dude voice actor, this thing would have been blown like mega out of proportion.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, how did you get a dude to play Yamato?
Mm-hmm.
Just like, come on, man. Women have played guys for years, and guys can play women too. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Like, what about like, I know for sure a woman will play who's the one of the fucking Odin's samurai that
Kiku?
is feminine. Yeah, that very feminine presenting, like the brothers.
Yep.
Like, a woman will play him. He sees himself as more feminine. He doesn't. I don't think he's gay. I think he's come out as gay, but he hasn't come out as a woman. He just sees himself as a woman, right?
I honestly am not familiar enough with Kiku to know. There are two questionably trans characters in the Wano arc, and it is Yamato and Kiku. There is a better argument for Kiku being like a woman than not.
Yeah, there's a better argument for Kiku because I would say she sees herself as a woman, and everyone else is okay with that. Mm-hmm. And like, she presents like feminine. Not that means anything. It's just she is presenting in a more traditional feminine sense for Wano, wearing like kimonos. Especially, no one even knew that she was a guy when she was working at the bean soup place.
Yeah, the bean soup place. That is another name for coffee, just so you know.
No, the red bean stand.
Yeah, no, I know. The red bean stand. You know. The one?
Yeah, the one. Yeah, like, okay, how many red bean stands were in the Wano arc? The one.
Well, I know at least one. Maybe more. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't live in Wano. Anyway, the only other thing we want to talk about is Big Mom's fucking dead.
Mm-hmm. Big Mom bit the big one.
Big Mom, big dead.
And it was all due to the two captains that are not Luffy. It took two of them.
Eustace the Kid, Captain the Kid Eustace.
Yep.
And Trafalgar Logger.
Yep. Trafalgar Lalger and useless Captain Mid. They pulled it out. This is by the way the first time I think that we've seen one of our like protagonist friends awaken a devil fruit, which is pretty big, pretty cool.
Wait, who is it? Eustace?
Both of them, Eustace and Trafalgar.
Yeah.
Kroom, which is the worst fucking name.
Kroom.
Like Man, if you would have picked a better name for that, this would have been incredible. Because like Law, for all like Law is like kind of a goofball, but he's also extremely threatening.
Yeah.
If he would have picked a good name for that, I would have been like, ooh, this is giving me chills. Ooh, but instead he was like Kroom.
Look, and Law's VA makes everything sound intimidating. Yeah. Everything he says is intimidating. So as dumb as Kroom is, it still sounded pretty sick.
Fucking Kroom. And it's unclear as to what his like awakening does, I'll be honest with you, because like for Useless Captain Mid, it makes sense. He awakens and then he's like, now I can make your body magnetic. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a cool like devil fruit awakening power. Got it.
Yeah.
But then Kroom is like, I don't know. I make a room and then I can manipulate any object inside the room. I thought you could already do that.
Yeah. Like, isn't that just what fucking room is?
That's what I thought it was.
No, isn't like room where he just can teleport things to a certain area?
Room does a lot of things, I'll be honest with you.
Can I just say that Eustace making Big Mom magnetic was such a good scene.
Yeah.
Of him running over Big Mom, like touching her head and then touching the wall, making it magnetic and crashing. Mm-hmm. And also the animation for Law teleporting, slashing Big Mom, teleporting, and the camera's like behind him. That one scene, it wasn't this week's episode, it was last week's, of him doing that. Last week's episode's animation on Big Mom was fucking wild, crazy sick. Mm-hmm. This week's episode was also crazy sick, but like for different reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah. People are arguing online, and I told Colby this yesterday, I think. I was like, Big Mom's fucking dead.
Yes.
I don't care what anyone online says that, Oda hasn't confirmed it. I'm like, she's fucking dead. She's never going to show up again. She fell into the earth's, like, magma. Mm-hmm. Like, she's not getting out. She's dead. I don't care how strong she is.
She fell in, she exploded. And I guarantee you, if in 10 years at the end of One Piece, a volcano like erupts and fucking Big Mom comes out of it, you're going to be like, oh, God damn it.
If that happens, like you can punch me in the balls as hard as you want.
Oh, hell yeah.
Only if it happens in 10 years, but the manga is going to end in 4.
That's true. The manga is, but the show... I will say, from what I'm reading here, and I forgot that this was a thing because I thought that he could always do this, the awakening of Law's fruit allows him to operate on anyone from within their body, which I thought he could already do.
Yeah, not anesthesia, like, doesn't he have, like, scalpel, like, with his hand?
That's what I thought!
Isn't that
But I guess you still have to go from the outside in, and this one is just from the inside?
You have to put them in room, I think. Because, like, he was teleporting people's, like, body parts, like, in and out of them.
Yeah.
He could, like, split people open and they still be alive, and... Law's power's weird.
It is. It's basically...
It's broken.
Yes. Any power that you want it to have, it just does, kind of.
Yeah, it's like my donut arm power.
Like your donut arm power. Yeah, okay. Okay. Basically, he can also conjure a variety of special room spheres that are applied directly to specific objects instead of an area, meaning the rooms move alongside whatever he's covering with Kroom. He can adhere a miniature room to his weapons, then gain the ability to extend as far as he desires, harmlessly bypass anything solid, and directly operate on the insides of whatever they may phase through. With our room. He's able to create and throw a room on a particular object and dictate a specific effect that takes place within it, like erasing any sound that the object in question makes.
Yeah, that's what he did to Big Mom when he threw her into Earth.
He was like, hey, you can't summon your homies if you can't talk, idiot. And she was like,
yeah.
oh, fuck, you found me out.
Dude, that was sick. Like, you know what that reminded me of her falling in slow-mo? Of that one scene from Judge Dredd at the end where he puts the slow-mo drug on that.
Oh, yeah.
Her name was Mama too. Throwing her off the 100-story building and watching her die in slow-mo.
Hell yeah.
That's what it was, and her just reflecting on her life and how shitty she was. She, like, no one has a life reflection if they didn't die.
It's One Piece, man.
Listen, people have died in One Piece.
Yeah, and usually they give them like a lot of fanfare, and they gave Big Mom a lot of fanfare. But also, how many times has Orochi died? 3?
Listen, we don't count that.
Listen, we're talking about Orochi, okay?
At the beginning of Wano, like, Zoro cut down a bunch of officials and just killed them.
Hell yeah, good.
And listen, she's dead. She's just dead. There's no coming back. She's dead. Unless they show her at like when they find the One Piece and then go off to look for the 2-piece. She's dead.
The 2-piece.
The 2-piece is real.
God.
That Luffy's son is gonna have to get a crew.
Yeah.
And oh my god, I can't think of Luffy having a son. It'll be him and what's her name? Snake Lady.
Yeah, Boa Hancock.
Boa Hancock.
Well, they gotta do what Naruto did, and now Luffy's son's name is just Boofy.
Boofy D. Hancock.
Boofy D. Hancock.
Listen, I could talk about One Piece forever. But we're at the end of our show. And Kobe, tell us what.
Listen,
tell them.
Listen, I'll tell them. I'll fucking tell them. Hey, do you want to listen to this live? I know you do. If you want to do that, go to twitch.tv/GoGetUsPod. Hit that follow button, and Twitch will automatically notify you whenever we show up to do our podcast, which is sometime between 0 and 2 times a week.
Yeah.
And
it is. If
you want to watch like the live version of this, which is, you know, it's got some visuals. It's got a good gif of Doflamingo doing his little I've got balls too big for my pants dance. Then you can watch the replay on our YouTube channel. It comes out the same day the audio version of the podcast does. The video version will come out at like 2 p.m. and the audio version comes out on every podcatcher at like 5 in the morning so that you can listen to it on your way to work. And that includes Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whatever you want. You can also watch our shorts on YouTube Shorts and also TikTok, because those are things you're supposed to do. So we do them.
We do them.
We do them.
Except I haven't posted to TikTok in 2 weeks because I've been moving.
Yep. So. And yep, they won't let you post if you're moving.
Well, I've been too busy to like find shorts for the TikTok. So there are a lot of them on there. Go watch all of them.
Go watch them. There's many.
So go watch them. Also, Doflamingo looks like he shit his pants, and that's why he's walking like that.
Probably did. I'll be honest with you, and he probably did it just to make everyone smell it. That's the kind of guy he is.
That's how evil he is.
Yeah.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go find a McDonald's that's willing to make you the Grimace shake.
There's only 3 of them.
You need to find them, and I won't tell you where they're at. I want you to find that McDonald's. Go get you a Grimace shake. I want you to sit in a abandoned house and drink your shake. And then when the shake takes over your consciousness and you're slipping into the darkness, go to your computer with our podcast loaded up onto it and go get it.
Help me! Go get him!
Go get it!
Ooh,
God
damn!
Fucking Grimace Shake. I'm surprised no one's made a short movie about it.
It's coming. I guarantee you by the end of the year, like, we aren't going to get a Grimace Shake movie until it's no longer relevant or interesting.
I think, here's the thing. Grimace Shake was like real big. Everyone was into it. But like next year, you can't just redo Grimace Shake.
You can't, but someone's going to try. You know they are.
Someone's going to try, but like, it just won't be as good as the first time.
Of course not.
Like, and I'm just saying, like, they have to come up, like, they have a whole year to come up with something else.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what could it be?
Yeah. I'm just saying. Listen. Go get him.
Go get him. Go get like the Grimace Shake makes you come on walls. Just go get him. Just makes you come in your pants right there. Happy.